Dam sam che kyen pem bar do je bar je ba tam je je so je pe manam ga da nyam be sem je tam je de wa da den kunya da je nyam do la da bem ba yan da ba chan ju ren bo je to ba ja Tawa jebe dra, namba jebe ge, taba da dan je gembe ba du je ba je ba tam je so jebe, manam ga da nyambe sen je tam dewa da de, dunya dan je nyun du la name. Yanda bazo ve janju Rinpoche to baja. Mother sentient beings, especially those enemies who hate me, obstructors who harm me, and those who create obstacles on my path to liberation and movement. May they experience happiness and be separated from suffering. I will quickly establish them in the state of the most perfect and precious Buddhahood. Deje do sama ge ge ba do lung ma ye son ge wa la ko ma she ba do lung ma ye son ge wa la ko de de ne son de nye ma san da san ge ba lung ma ye son ge wa la ko. Thus, until I achieve enlightenment, I perform virtuous deeds with the body, speech, and mind. Until death, I will perform virtuous deeds with the body, speech, and mind. From now until this time tomorrow, I will perform virtuous deeds with body, speech, and mind. Sonje choda soge chona la cha chuba juda ne jab soje da je jen soji pe sonam ki jola benje sanje drupa sho sonje choda soge chona la cha chuba juda ne jab soje da je jen soji pe sonam ki jola benje sanje drupa sho. In the Buddha, the Dharma, and the Sangha, most excellent, I take refuge until enlightenment is reached. By the merit of generosity and other good deeds, may I attain Buddhahood for the sake of all sentient beings. Manam gata nyambe sem chen tan che dewa dan dewe gyu dan demba gyu che Tungan dan tungan ge gyu dan dewa gyu che Tungan dewa dan dewa gyu che Nyere cha dan nyen dan dewa kanyo la nembra gyu che Manam gata nyambe sem chen tan che dewa dewe gyu dan dembra gyu che Tungan da tungan ge gyu dewa gyu che Tungan membe dewa mendewa gyu che Nyere cha dan nyen dan dewa kanyo la nembra gyu che. May all other sentient beings, boundless as the sky, have happiness, the cause of happiness. May they be liberated from suffering and the cause of suffering. May they never be separated from happiness that's free from sorrow. May they rest in equanimity, free from attachment and aversion. The ground is sprinkled with scented water and strewn with flowers. It is adorned with Meru, the supreme mountain, the four continents, and the sun and moon. As the Buddha field, I offer it. May all sentient beings attain the happiness of the Buddha fields. Whatever merit I have gathered through prostration, offering, compassion, rejoicing, beseeching, and praying, for the sake of the enlightenment of all sentient beings, all this I dedicate. So, This continue in the English, page 7.
No, it's in the back prayer.
Oh, 7? Page 7. Praise to the Lama Three Jewels?
Yeah.
Okay, in English?
Yes, only just English.
Lama to the Lama of completely purified appearance and existence. I offer the basic ground of appearance and existence. I supplicate you thoroughly liberate the three realms. Please grant me the blessings that overturn the depths of samsara. Sublime Master, wish-fulfilling jewel, crown ornament, the
inconceivable, inexpressible mind of the victorious one, the endowed with the five wisdoms of the omniscience, the gracious one, embodiment of the love. Precious protector of beings, supplicate you from the within the essence of the mind. Please grant me your essence within the inner nature. Please grant me that I realize the Mahakala, the beyond the intellect and the primordial unborn complete.
Transcendent conqueror, the one thus gone, foe destroyer of afflictive emotions,
completely perfect Buddha, endowed with the logic and the virtues. The one gone, the blessed who had the captain form of being, of the excellent teacher of the good and men. I respectfully prostrate the complete, touching my head to the stainless feet
of the unequal King. At the time of your birth, leader of two-legged beings,
taking even step this great earth, you proclaimed, I am the supreme in this world. To you, whoever those wise are prostrate. Possessing the body of the complete purity, your sublime form is excellent. Ocean of the primordial wisdom, you are like a golden mountain. The one whose renown is evident throughout the three worlds. Supremely realized protector, to you I prostrate. You are the endowed with the supreme mouth, with the face of the unmeasurable moon. You too, one of the expression of the gold and prostrate. Flawless one, such as you among the three levels of existence,
is most exquisite, unparalleled, omniscient one, to you I prostrate.
Supreme among human, captain of those who are famed, who was gone to oversuffer all the hiding creator. You are the sense
pacified, is utterly pacified and skilled in peace. To that one, the one who dwelled at Sarvasi, I prostrate.
Refuge endowed with a great compassion, totally omniscient one who dictates the way. Right bears the ocean of the merit and the quality, apostate to one thus gone. The pure cause from the attachment, the virtues liberated from the lower realm, and the altogether supreme ultimate truth, proclaim the Dharma apostate. Having been liberated, they also rode the path to liberation throughout the respectful three higher trainings. They are filled with the supreme qualities of the Sangha.
To the Sangha I also prostrate.
Sejelomba dabo jebe go shege zo de la goja torji chanje dele naroda mamba mela chuje kambo pamonjo ba jawa de gomba gajela mana la goja taso sanje tanje jelo choso jowa chingela to chelando lo chingela to zo la joba zo chingela to zo joba yisho zo jawa chingela to zo nje de pandela men zo la jebso jowa juji sanjela ta la men zo la jeb Nasi Pandela Menzola Jabso Jo, Dobeta Joa Chingela Doso, Tojition Joa Chingela Doso, Damba Chingela Doso, Chaja Chempe Choje Mundo Zendinela Doba Chingela Doso, Sanye Kundo Zavala Mala, Gosongo Chempecha, Domenelo Rawan Shepata, Zedan Droba Nyamba Chingelo. Good morning. So, Lord Jidesumgun said, every all the stage of the path must be within the one single sessions. So whatever we do, so must be all the stage of the path have to be complete. like any professional, they need their own tool completely. If you are lacking one of those tools, your perfection will be not there. So in the same way, spiritual path, the Dharma practice must be complete the tool of all the necessity for our practice. According to the Vajrayana tradition, and particularly from the Lord Pamudruba and passing through the Lord Jidasumgun, all the stage of the path is divided into the 5 practice called the 5-fold path of the Mahamudra. So if you want to be actually our path, our Dharma practice is become complete path to the liberation, or then even one recitation of a mantra, according to the Vajrayana, these 5 are necessity, have to have there. So first one is called the preliminary practice of the path, which is the bodhicitta. We must generate the bodhicitta. And people sometimes we attained the bodhicitta ceremony, like Bodhisattva vow, we attained, but it's really hard to imprint that bodhicitta into our heart. Make sense? No matter how many times we attain the ceremony, but still we're not changing. Reason is you're not building the foundation of a bodhicitta. So if you don't have the foundation of the bodhicitta, then it's really difficult to generate the bodhicitta through just ceremony. So you have to have a foundation of bodhicitta. What is the foundation of bodhicitta? Means that you have to build the purpose why you need the bodhicitta. What is the point of a bodhicitta? What is the reason of a bodhicitta? So for that, you need a. So normally I said, bodhicitta is the seed of a Buddhahood. Yeah, bodhicitta is the seed of Buddhahood. Who generated bodhicitta, you will become a Buddha. But that seed must meet with the conditions. Without the meeting condition, that seed not going to produce anything, not going to grow anything from that seed. Like you can have a really healthy seed, any kind of like grain or fruit. You can have a really healthy seed, but that seed until the seed is not meet with the favorable condition, that seed not going to grow anything. Make sense?
Yes.
Yeah. So what is the favorable condition? Is like a seed need a soil, really nice, suitable soil. What is the suitable soil of the seed of a bodhicitta? Is the loving kindness. Yeah. So what does the love mean? First of all, love is not talking about I like this person. I love you. But normally mundane language, when we say I love you, is something have to do your own benefit. So your own interests. But the spiritual, when Bodhisattvas, when they said love, it's talking about care for others' well-being. You wishing to be them happy, you wishing them to be healthy, like how mother wish to their child. So Lord Jidasumgun example, what does love mean? He said, such feeling mother has child, something like that. So that is what does the love mean? So that is like a soil. You have to have a really healthy soil to grow something. And that soil also, if soil is dry and cannot grow, so it means that you need compassion. So what does compassion mean? Like you have to sense their problem, suffering. If you don't sense their suffering, you don't have a moisture of growing the care. Make sense? If dry soil, not going to happen anything. But if you don't sense their suffering, you wishing to be happy, but you don't sense their suffering, you're not going to do anything. But when you see their suffering, whatever problem child had, and mother will do anything to solve that problem. Make sense? For that, you have to understand the suffering. Lots of people don't want to think about the suffering. Actually, thinking about the suffering is the solution to how to eliminate the suffering. Make sense? So if you don't know the suffering, you will not know the source of suffering, what make them suffering. Because if you don't know what's going on in child's life, then you have no idea what happening then. Yeah, when they have some problem, then you will investigate where's that problem come from. Yeah, so when you investigate on that problem come from, then you will have the solution. So thinking about the suffering is the solution to how to eliminate the suffering. Lots of people try to avoiding the suffering, and that is the solution. That is not the solution, because avoiding not going to solve the problem. You know, so that way some people idiotly or stupidly try to use a substance to avoid the suffering, like alcohol, drug. You know, it's not going to solve your problem. And more than stupid, that one is some people just kill themselves, suicide. You know, it's not going to solve any problem. Make sense? So if you really want to solve the problem, try to understand the depth of the problem. When you understood the depth of the problem, you will find the solution. So that way you need meditative compassion. More you meditate compassion, more you find the solution of the wisdom. Make sense? So these three, loving kindness, compassion, and the wisdom, they are the kind of like a condition to grow the seed of a bodhicitta. So we've attained so many times the ceremony about the bodhicitta. How many times you received the bodhisattva vow? I myself received it many times. I don't see any change coming in me through those ceremonies. But when I go to reality in the world and try to absorb reality, and from there I get better, you know, sense of a feeling. Can say sense of feeling. Then just receiving the ceremony. So that way, I'm not saying ceremony is not necessary. Ceremony you need. Without the ceremony, you not get the blessing direct from the Buddha's blessing from the chain of the lineage. Make sense? Yeah. But ceremony alone cannot make you bodhisattva. That's right. Yeah, like His Holiness Dalai Lama always said this one. I'm giving bodhisattva vow every time when I get chance. I'm hoping one day you become a bodhisattva. You know, what I'm saying is, I'm not saying is don't receive it many times. I'm saying is don't just rely on the guru that going to make you bodhisattva. Make sense? Right. Yeah, you can receive it many times. Yeah. Every time when you receive, follow with the instruction, follow with the meditation, follow with the visualization. It helps you to improve your bodhicitta, become better. But same time, you need loving kindness, compassion, and wisdom. Without them, your bodhicitta is not go anywhere. You will stuck there. So when meet bodhicitta with the favorable condition of the soil of the bodhicitta, soil of the loving kindness, moisture of the compassion, and heat of the wisdom, then that bodhicitta will grow. Make sense? That is what's called the foundation or the preliminary practice of the path. Particularly, we are Mahayana. So in the Mahayana, everything is have to be motivated by the compassion. Whatever we do, taking refuge, anything is what we do is motivated by the compassion. You know, not the fears. It's different. Then actually path is according to the Vajrayana, actually path is divided into three. What are three? Is first you have to yourself transform into the deities. Why you have to transform to the deities? Because our strongest obscuration to the path to the liberation is attachment. Yeah, through the because of the attachment, we couldn't liberate ourselves. Even we practice we practice with a example is you try to jump from this side to other side, but still rope is tied on your waist. Yeah, when you jump, it bring you back. It's like what called this jumping. What called this?
Bungee jumping.
Bungee jumping, yeah. With the attachment, no matter practice how hard practice you do, it's bring you back with that attachment. So this reason we need a solution how to cut the attachment. So deity is actually also antidote of the how to cut the attachment. Deity yoga is like I think pretty much everyone attached their own place. You know, you have kind of what called this sentimental. Your own place have sentimental, yeah. You have some deeper attachment. So how to cut that attachment through the deity yoga is transforming to the palace, the mandala. Your place is transformed to the mandala, no longer your ordinary place. Okay, deity's mandala. That is how to cut the attachment to the place. Then your body, we have a strong attachment to the body. We talked this last few days, we're talking about that. So how to eliminate that attachment is transforming your body as a deity. So it helps to cut the attachment of your personal body. But then when you do this one, and maybe you cut up that attachment to your body, your cut attachment to your place, but then slowly build the attachment to the deity. Make sense? Then you have sense of attached to that deity. So how to eliminate that deity is a completion stage. So see, this all is a method to how to transform yourself from the ordinary to the spiritual way, or you can say another way, you can say how to cut the attachment. That's the main purpose. Okay? Then for this, you need the Guru's blessings. Without the Guru's blessings, none of those are possible. You know, none of those not going to achieve, particularly meditation, for the meditation. In the Tibetan word called the bonde, I don't know, enhance? Yeah. What is enhance?
Enhance, make stronger.
Yes. Guru devotion is the enhance of the meditation. When you have a struggling meditation. Yeah. Then you do more Guru yoga. It will improve your meditation. You know, stop doing meditation, just do the Guru yoga. So second of the main path is a Guru yoga, Guru supplication. So when you Guru supplicating, normally there's a two way to visualizing Guru. I mean, many way, but when you supplicating, two way to visualizing. If that Guru yoga is involved with the receiver for empowerment, you have to visualizing Guru in front of you. Because Guru's forehead, radiant light, you know, white light, from the throat, red light, from the heart, blue light, from the navel, yellow light, and deserve to you. That we need front of those. This is called the for empowerment recipe. Yeah. But if there's no for empowerment received in the Guru yoga, then you visualize the Guru on your crown and supplicate it. Okay. That is when you're supplicating to the Guru. But then when you're walking, like normally when you're walking, always think Guru on your shoulder, right shoulder. So whatever you walk is become a circumambulation to the Guru. And every step is become a circumambulation of the Guru. And when you're eating, meditate Guru at throat. And it's whatever we eat become an offering to the Guru. And when you're sleeping, meditate Guru in the heart. Heart is like this. I think this is talking about the spiritual heart. Here, this you see the bone. What called this? Collarbone. Yeah, collarbone, and it's similar like that area. This is like you visualizing like tent. That is like tent, and Guru is process. So Guru is inside of that tent, and illuminating wisdom light from the Guru's body. Then your body is full of light. Go with that kind of with that meditation, and you have good chance to, you know, luminosity So awareness comes. So there's a many different ways to you can visualize the Guru. With this, then you start the Guru devotion, Guru supplication. Then actually path is the Mahamudra. Mahamudra is divided into two, Karma abiding and Vipassana. So Karma abiding is basically training your body and mind through different technique. Whatever technique work with that, we use that one. There's many techniques show you come abiding with a point, without point, come abiding with a breath, without the breath, come abiding. And lots of different instruction comes. But whatever comfortable for you, use that one. With that, then just continue train on that come abiding. Don't need to change too much. Okay? Once your mind is becoming flexible, then you can meditate on the Vipassana of a Mahamudra. Right now, we try to, I receive many times Mahamudra instruction from my guru, from my uncle, from Gaji Rinpoche. So many, receive. And when I receive the instruction, I really understand everything, what they say. But then after that few hours, all kind of vanishing. Why? Because we don't have that flexible of the mind. Our mind is not flexible. What is flexible means that mind not listening to me. When I want to concentrate somewhere, mind says, no, I want to go here.
Distraction.
Yeah, so mind is really spoiled. Never listened. So until it mind has become really, disciplined and something that listen to you, whatever. Tibetan called the Tangdo Shade. Tangdo Shade is mean that like when you saint, go wherever saint. When you make sit, it will sit like good child. Listen anything parents said. So that is until it become mind something like that. Unless become a little bit more control on your own. Make sense? So you have to train with a combining. Then when you have that kind of then it's a Vipassana or Mahamudra meditation and become more easier. Make sense? So these three are, deity yoga, guru yoga, Mahamudra, they are actually path. Main path. Then whatever we do must dedicate it. That's called the conclusion. Even you just clean, Tashanun temple, you must dedicate it. Even you just went to one circumambulation, you must dedicate it. So dedication must be aimed up there. Whatever you do, even just recite one mantra, Om Mani Padme Hum, dedicate it that one. Why? If you're not dedicated, you get some kind of distraction and somebody driving and a little bit get you upset. Then when you're upset, that whatever you did merit is destroyed. Like for example, you clean the shrine really nicely, come here. You accumulate the great merit and go out. And when you get it on the road, somebody cut off you or somebody did something, then you get really angry. When you're angry, you wash there all your merit. Make sense?
What would be an easy, like one short mantra for dedicating this kind of merit?
So always you said, I want to, I want to dedicate this merit to the enlightenment for the benefit of sentient beings. Just say that word. I want to dedicate this to the enlightenment, achieve enlightenment to benefit of sentient beings.
Can we do that in the morning when we pray? And
yes, every session. Every session. Every session.
I will dedicate whatever merit I have today towards something so we don't forget to.
Maybe you know that some dedication word, from the prayer book. Even just one 4 line is okay. But if you don't know anything, just said, I want to dedicate this for the achieve the enlightenment for benefit of sentient beings. So those are that is necessary for any kind of practice. We're talking about according to the Mahayana, Vajrayana, and the Mahayana and Hinayana, they don't have this practice of Bodhicitta, but they have a practice of renunciation. They don't have a practice of the deity yoga, but they have another tool to how to eliminate their attachment. Make sense? But this is this five path of the Mahamudra is according to the Vajrayana practitioner. So this is not saying as only Digunga you have to follow this one, or only Gagyu have to follow this one. You know, all the Vajrayana, they, you know, name this way or not, but they have to follow that one. These five are the necessary. So that way, Jita Sumgul said, all the stage of the path must be complete within the one sessions. Yeah. So then, whatever we do, our practice is become a really complete. Okay. So that is what it is, and when we practicing this path, we need a Dharma protector to protect us. Why we need a Dharma protector to protect us? Because so many hindrances, so many obstacles comes. Many of those are we don't know how they coming. We don't know where they coming. You know, so certain things that we couldn't see, we couldn't sense, and things like that, then Dharma protector will help us, protect us, you know, and what called unfavorable, from the unfavorable condition, from the unfavorable circumstance will protect us. So the reason we need also Dharma protectors. Make sense? So that way, one of the main Dharma protector in the in India, according to the Nalanda tradition, and follow that is called in Tibet. This Mahakala is the kind of the principal Dharma protector of the Tibetan Buddhism, and particularly New Tantra, like Gagyu, Sajya, and Gilu, and they emphasizing so much on the Mahakala. Okay, so we're talking about the Mahakala, and yesterday I mentioned about the many different kind of history on the Mahakala. The now history of the four-arm Mahakala. In the past, there was a Buddha came. Shiveto, this Buddha's name is Sangye Shiveto, peaceful, what called the banner or to. To means like we have the tip of the top. Okay, when that Buddha come, around that time, they are called the Mara Garabonchu, who is actually his place is where he is and the desire realm. There's have 6 desire realms. Okay, 4 Dharma King, 33 God realm, free from fighting, Tushita, enjoying from the manifestation, enjoying from the others' manifestations. These are the 6 desire realms, desire God realms. So it's this you know, each one is a little bit higher. So on top of that one is called the enjoying from the others' manifestations. This is the name of the God realms, and there's called the Mara. We normally know the Garabonju as a Mara. So his wife called the Lotus Garland.
and from their manifestation of Biruava and Biruava black and Kalaradri red they manifest. And from that, and there's called the Shiva and Uma. Those two are manifestation from those. So they are those haughty, demons. They pretty much overpower all over the desire realms, you know. They kind of like leading samsara or the desire realm to the negative way. Okay, so when that has happened from the Hiruka Chakrasambhavara, they have called kind of like a Mara subduing miracle or Mara subduing manifestation. What called gathering together called Hamu Uma, goddess Uma, and through them and called Mahakala. For a Mahakala was born. Okay, so at that when he was born, and there has kind of like a earthquake. It's called earth was shaking, like what called 6
Tremors?
Earthquake.
Yeah. Like a 6 layer of earth, kind of like a tremory, strongly. So when that has happened, his birth of the Mahakalas, when that has happened, and he feel that, others enjoying from the others manifestation realm also feel, not just only on the earth, even they feel. And when he feel that one, and he was really become angry, and he gathering to all the demigods military or army, and start attacking with the thunder and lightning toward to this, and also same time as Mahakala was really angry toward this there. So he has a manifestation of the 4 consort, which is called who are the subduing the 4 maras. And in the Vajrayana, lots of time we said 4 mara as a commonly used as a mara as a aggregate, mara as a afflicted emotion, mara as a death, and mara as a son of the god. But another way also 4 mara as a talking about the 4 most powerful being in the samsara, who they are, say, Indra, Brahma, Vishnu, and Shiva. Brahma is the most powerful in the form realm. Indra is the most powerful in the god realms. Vishnu as the most powerful in the demigod realms, and Shiva as the most powerful in the human realms. When they overpowering whole the samsara, when they leading toward to the the evil path, so then they manifest as a 4 consort of the Mahakala to taming them, those 4 maras. Okay, so from the Mahakala manifests for them, and he manifests as a 4 arm, as a 4 performing the 4 in Latin activities. Okay, then from the 6 ayatana, he manifests as a 6 called 6 dakinis, and 8 consciousness. From the 8 consciousness, he manifests as a 8, making for order, so waiting for order. So some kind of like this, his attendant just waiting for order, and from the his 10 awareness, he manifests as a 10 direction protector. So basically, all his retinue, he manifests all of them. You know, there are many number of retinue he manifests, and he overpower all those haughty demons. And when he overpowered all the haughty demons, then he offered the Bruapa and the Kalaradi as a cushion for the Hiruka. So that way you see the Chakra as a seating on the Bruapa and the Kalaradri, your black Bruapa and the red Kalaradri, seating that one. So there's one Indian Mahasiddha's life story. So he was a Chakra practitioner. So he went to South India, and in that area there are lots of Hindu followers, and they become really upset with him. And they said, you really discriminate with our God, and you make it this way too. This is really like a, you know, kind of racist, you know, the spiritual way, like you be looking down on other religions. So then he said, it's okay, then no problem. Tonight you draw, you know, Chakra and a Vajavarahi as a seat, and a Brava and Kalaradri as a sitting on them, and roll the painting and live there, and tomorrow we will see. When they did that one, roll the painting, and tomorrow, and when they opened, it became back to the normal way. You know, Birwava and Kalaradri become a seat to the Chakra and Vajavarahi. That's a story. I don't know how much truth, but there's some story like that from one of the Indian Mahasiddha's life story. So point is how the Birwava and Kalaradri become the seat for the Chakra and Vajavrahis. So also another way is that these two are also a symbol of attachment and aversions. You know, Birova as a sign of aversions, and Kalaradri as a the sign of attachment. So that's that wisdom is stepping on these two emotions too, and because these two emotions are the source of samsara. You know, we are in the samsara way because of our mind is controlled by these two emotions, attachment and aversions. They are the source of samsara. Because of the attachment and aversion, we engage in the negative karma. Because of the negative karma, we are suffering. So that is the symbol of one way you can say those evil spirit. Another way is evil thought. Either way, those being. Basically, I think why we're saying is basically every sentient being have a Buddha nature, including the evil spirit. They are naturally not evil. Make sense? Yeah. But they are controlled by the evil emotion. When they are overpowered by the evil emotion, they become that one. So what happened is they make the seed of the Kalaradri and the Birwapa as a seed. It doesn't mean that their conscious is still suffering there. Their conscious liberated from the evil. That way, they are sitting on the evil. They're pressing down this evil, not the conscious one. Because in the wrathful performing, you're not allowed to make any beings, you're not allowed to make the sentient being suffering. Even you are performing wrathful. So this is called the only person who can make the three pleas can perform the wrathful. Yesterday I mentioned wrathful means the killing, cutting, and bearing. Yeah, that's what's the three wrathful activities. So only who can do this one is the person who can please the three pleas. So what is the three please mean? That when you eliminate the enemies, your enemies, you please. Now you are free from enemies. Yeah? That's the first please. Then you transform the enemy's body as a feast offering to all the Daga and Dakinis. So you please the Daga and Dakinis by manifesting the enemy's body as a feast offerings or Ganachakra offerings. Then you liberate the enemy's consciousness to the pure land. So that way you please the enemies. If you can do these three please, I think three pleases, then you allow to perform the wrathful. Other way, when you perform the wrathful, you will destroy your vow because you harm the sentient beings. Make sense? If you don't have an individual liberation vow, you don't have a bodhisattva vow. If you don't have these two vows, you will not have tantric vows. So when you destroy your individual liberation vow, you will destroy everything. Make sense? So that way, when we're talking about Birava and the Kalaratri is become a seed to the Chakra don't think as they become suffering under the Chakra feet. Don't think that way. Now they get a great bliss. Even they are under the Chakra feet, they get great bliss because their minds are totally liberated. They are in the top of the joy. Make sense? So that way it's not like ordinary we stepping on someone, crashing someone. It's not saying that way. So that is how become Kalarat, what called that. And here's something else I want to tell you.
Can I ask a question?
Yes.
Going back to when you're talking about emanation from Mahakala in that story, you were talking about 3 different types. There were the Ayatana, and then I think you said 10 consciousnesses.
Yeah.
I didn't even catch the third one that you were talking about.
Basically we have Ayatana. We have those different number of things in our us. So the Chakra Mahakala manifests them as his military or army or retinue. So we have a conscious Ayatana, Dadu, and Lem. There's so many different number of things. So those all his retinue is related to his inner bodies, those numbers. From that number to manifest as outer retinues.
So did you say regarding the Ayatana that they were Dakini? And the consciousnesses, are they the army? Or I'm a little fuzzy on some of that.
So Ayatana and the consciousness, they are one but different way to manifesting. Okay, we have 6 Ayatanas. And we call the 8 consciousness. They are same. But yeah, so I have myself also is a little bit difficult with the English way to explain it, and I don't want to also you to be able to try to go to too detail, make more confused. So just basically all his retinue, what he with him, there's 100,000 of them retinue. They all is a manifestation from his own body.
So in the sadhanas, right, when we practice, for example, Vajrakilaya, there is the description when we visualize ourselves as the aspect, there are deities inside every part of our body.
Yeah.
Right? So can that be described like those inner deities that we visualize when we do the practice? That's what Mahakala manifested as his outer retinue.
That is a little bit different.
No?
This is he manifests as a retinue.
Uh-huh.
These is called the armor deity. So these are more like our protecting ourselves, our practice. So it's a little bit different. Yeah. But I mean, basically all is a manifest from there, that source. So can say the same way. So that Vajakilaya, Chakasambhavara, Vajavarahi, they have this called the armor deity, you know. So that's it, like you have to visualize it between your skin and bone. Those are, you have to visualize it on the between your skin and bone, because it protecting your own visualization. The job is a little bit different. This one is his retinue. They have to be outside of his body, around, surrounding him, you know, all the mandala, surrounding his mandala, including his consort. So it's a little bit different. But I mean, overall, they all is a manifestation of the, you know, from the one source. So it can say same way. Yeah. Yes?
The first action of the wrathful, killing, cutting, and
Burying, yeah.
Burying. When you say kill the enemy, you mean subdue the enemy? And how would that... the enemy of the delusions, not the physical.
Physical.
Yeah. So how do you do that if the person is extremely disturbed for like many years? How do you just help them?
We're not allowed to do that one, because you have no authority, you have no power to liberate the consciousness.
Right.
Yeah, if you can liberate the consciousness of that means that you're subduing the evil. Because what we do is when we harm the enemy, actually we're feeding their evil.
Right.
They become more angry. Make sense? So that is different. So that way we're not allowed to, because then you become like killing someone. Yeah. But if you can liberate their consciousness, you know, then you're not killing anyone.
But that first step of killing, what is symbolic?
So this
what
is
does
what
the killing mean?
Killing means that taking life.
Okay.
Yeah.
But then it's in Mahakala's case, right? In a wrathful protector's case, it's a little bit more. Can be, we can use a parallel as euthanasia. When a patient who is in a lot of pain and suffering, really asks the doctor, please end this life of suffering.
Yeah. That is not same.
No?
Because doctor cannot liberate their consciousness from the suffering. Only separate the body to mind. The Mahakala can eliminate their suffering. Make them free from suffering, actually. So there's a different.
But Mahakala can do that because of all the teachings and blessings he got.
He had a wisdom. He had a wisdom. He's a wisdom beings.
But he got that wisdom from what source? From Buddha?
From the hearing, contemplate, and meditation.
And he got the teachings first from...
Of course, from the Buddha.
From Shakyamuni.
Yeah. It's not just Shakyamuni, much before.
Okay.
Yeah. There's a mini story. One time he became... actually generated Bodhicitta from the Dibankara Buddha. Okay, he was born in that period of time. He generated Bodhicitta from the Dibankara Buddha. And there's another one is also he had generated one Bodhicitta from one Buddha called Sangye Shive. Also, that Buddha's time, he was born as a human. He generated Bodhicitta. Okay. And that Buddha said, in the future you will become a protector. And particularly Dibankara Buddha said, when Shakyamuni Buddha come, your main responsibility is protecting his teachings. So the way he was like, Mahakala was like us one time. But then fortunately they made with the Buddha, generated Bodhicitta, received the teaching, practiced the Dharma, and they liberate themselves from the samsara. When they liberate from the samsara, and their main job, because every enlightenment, they not perform the enlightenment activity the same way. Each one have their own intention. So that way we title each Buddha like a Buddha of the compassion, Buddha of the wisdom, Buddha of the healing, Buddha of the wealth. This is come from when they generate Bodhicitta, what kind of intention they have, what kind of order they receive from their guru. So Mahakala's case from the Buddha Dibankara said, in the future when you become enlightenment, you become a Dharma protector of the Shakyamuni. So it's to say, that way, I always say this one, right now your intention, you may think is not meaningful. But this intention, what you make in intention, will become your character in the future when you achieve enlightenment. Make sense? So that way we title like compassion deity, healing deity, Buddha, wisdom Buddhas. Otherwise, the Buddha are same all. But they have a different way to manifest it, different way to benefit the sentient being, according to their according to their aspiration prayer. Make sense? So right now we're making, my aspiration prayer not going to be meaningful because it's not going to be, those prayers not going to work. It may be not right now, it may not work, but it will work when you become a Buddha. And it become a reality. So this is each Buddha, also another way you have to think this way. When, principal Buddha come, each time there's one principal Buddha. But right now, principal Buddha is a Shakyamuni. And all other Buddha and Bodhisattva, they come to help him. Some manifest as an enemy. Some manifest as a son. Some manifest as a father. Some manifest as a sponsor. Some manifest as a student. And so many ways to come. And some manifest as a protector. Or so many come, Buddha and Bodhisattva, support this Buddha's activities.
So Mahakala is on his special mission now.
Yes, his special mission is want to protect the Dharma and practitioner and eliminating all the what called evil beings from the evilness. And there's another one, why Mahakala have a forearm. I saw one story here. Sanje Tsultirm, Ushinish, Vijaya Buddha. There's one Buddha came. Also one time, one Buddha came. And when that Buddha came, and he was, this Mahakala was his name is a Tagbo well, is the bleeding of the wrath, kind of this, that is his name. So when he met with the Buddha, he offered 4 color flowers to that Buddha. He offered 4 color Buddhas, and he said, I want to become, master to the 4 enlightened activities. And I'm going to offer this one, so that way I want to become a master for the 4 enlightened activities. He offered that one. So he have aspiration prayer with that Buddha. So that way, he reached to the 10 booming Bodhisattva and had this forearm one. Forearm as a symbol of 4 enlightened activities. And also yesterday I mentioned there's called the body emanation of the white Zambala, the Mahakala, it's called the Ishwar of the Ishwar of the God. He's a 3 face, 6 arms. So white Zambala, white Mahakala. Then it's called the speech as a red in color, 4 face, 12 arm. Red Mahakala. Emanation of the mind is called the black Mahakala, 3 face, 4 arms. And quality, emanation of the quality as a manifest of the yellow Mahakala, and 3 face, 6 arms. and activity, emanation of the activity, or manifestation of the activity as a green Mahakala, 8 face and 16 arms. So there's a many different kind of manifestation comes, but this specific 4-arm one, what we normally do is this particularly when he was he met with this Buddha called Tsultirm, Vijaya Buddha. There's a particular Buddha, and he met with Buddha, and he offered to the Buddha, say, 4-colored flower, and make the aspiration prayer that I want to become, reach to the 10 Bhumi Bodhisattva, or to perform the 4 enlightened activities. So that way, this Mahakala 4-arm as a symbol of 4 enlightened activities. Make sense?
Yes.
Yeah. Something like that. According to the story. Okay. So now we go to continue our text, page 2. We with the meditation on the mantra of Om Shunyata Jnana Subhao Atma Koham. When we meditate on Shunyata Jnana Atma Koham, is the main reason is said phenomena and their reality of the phenomena as subject to object are all transformed into the clear light of emptiness. When they transform clear light of the emptiness, what happens is who nature is a perfect bliss. What is the perfect bliss nature? Perfect bliss nature means when you have this appearing of the subject and object, is called the dualistic conceptual. If you have this appearance of the dualistic conceptual, you still have a subtle obscurations. Yeah? That subtle obscuration is a cause to the subtle sufferings. So Bodhisattva, when they free from that subtle obscuration of the conceptual of a duality, then they reach to the non-duality. When they reach to the non-duality, they are perfectly pure bliss. There's no mixture of suffering. Like our bliss is a totally mixture with the suffering. Every single bliss you experience, suffering comes. Really? Yeah, you're not going to find any bliss or joy. There are zero involvement of the sufferings. Every joy, you get sufferings. Yeah? Sometimes it's really difficult to recognize it, but there are so many suffering comes because of that bliss, that joy. So one Tibetan person kind of complained to me. She said, how you can talk about the suffering of samsara? You never had any experience of the suffering of samsara. Because you become among a young age, you never had those all, what called the problems. Like relationship problem and those suffering. How you can talk those things? They're nonsense. You have no idea what you're saying. So point is basically longest we have this subject and object dualistic conceptual, even you don't have a gross emotion, still the subtle emotion is there, called the habitual tendency. So when free from that, that's called the perfect bliss. Also, another one is called the perfect bliss, mean that bliss is never going to end. So it's a purely bliss. So permanent bliss, or bliss that is free from suffering and its cause. Yeah? Our bliss is not direct suffering, but a cause of suffering. Mundane bliss is a cause of suffering. So that way, perfect bliss means that free from the suffering and cause of suffering, That is what is a perfect bliss mean. So I have to reach that state to become flexible to your mind. Make sense? So within that, then you can transform within that set from out of that emptiness, from the entire of the protection mandalas. Here, protection mandala is it. If you want to elegantly a little bit, you visualize in the sun disk. On the sun disk, then on the sun disk, hum syllable becoming 4 multicolor Vajra foundation. Like east is white, south is yellow, west is red, and north and the north is green color, 4-color Vajra foundation. Then from that to the Vajra ground, then Vajra ground to Vajra tent, Vajra canopy, and all this is seal. And those many weapons, when you visualize in the Vajra is not same as this one. Actually, wheel of protection Vajra is not same this one. All this, what called this, joint or open, is a open one like this. And really sharp. Like even somebody touch, it become, that kind of sharp, all open. And there's so many Vajra, even the inside, like completely sealed. The wall is completely sealed. And the mini weapon sharp is out, pointing out. Sharpness is pointing out. Yeah? That kind of you have to visualize. And when you say the Vajra tent mean, really, really sharp weapons. All sharpness is pointing out and completely sealed. And particularly, this is called the Vajra fire. As a fire is a kind of like above fire and a ground fire, and they become like this doom with a fire, completely sealed with a like called the end of the galvous fire. So this is a that help you to when you practicing, you do that one, and Mara cannot harm your practice, because when you seriously practice, Mara will come to harm you. Reason is this particularly called the Garabonju. Garabonju is or the son of the god. Normally we call that. He doesn't like anyone practice Dharma seriously. Why? Because if you practice Dharma seriously, you become above him. So he doesn't like that. He want to be everyone below him. They say he says then if you become above him, he get jealous. So he tried to be disturb you many different way. Like if you read the Buddha's life story, there are many different ways he disturbed. With the attachment, with the aversion, with the ignorance. All 3 ways he tried to disturb Buddha's meditation. But Buddha couldn't disturb from his three afflicted emotions. So we are a little bit sidetracking, but I think this is important. Mara's obscuration is not always come to the negative way. Lots of time it comes positive way. Really. Something good, something happened good. You become successful, you become, and that disturb your meditation.
Distraction.
Yeah, distraction. I heard this one. It's one in Tibet. There's one monk. He started doing performing the ritual in the town, his hometown, and he becomes slowly really good with doing the mo. And when he do the mo, he can tell. Actually, he said it coming to his head. What is the problem? Actually, it's not come from the mo. He said he can feel that way. He started having that one. When he started having that one, then of course he become really popular, and he's become really rich. So many offerings he get, And he went to see his guru. Then he discussed with his guru. Said, "This has happened to me. I don't know why. I can sense when people come ask me their problem. I can sense what is the main source of that problem. Where it come from? What made that problem?" So then Guru said, first just get rid of all your wealth, everything give away. Then come. When he give away everything and that clairvoyant is gone. So that is the obstacle built by the Mara. Wow. So sometimes come this way.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah. So the Dharma practice, no matter what comes, you know, if that is a side-tracking your practice, all is Mara's obstacles. Because sometimes people think when you get sick, they say, oh, this is my Dharma obstacle. Sickness is not obstacles. Sickness is actually a sign of purification. Obstacle really come, most of obstacles come nicely. something, you know, beautiful things happen. Yeah. I saw many people. Yeah, I saw many people bring to the box. Dharma item box. To the center.
Donation? Donation?
Yeah, because they get married.
Oh.
So that their significant partner doesn't like the Dharma. So give it up Dharma.
Oh.
Can you say it again?
I received a mini box of donation from people there. You know, when you like a closing office, you put everything in the box. Similarly, when they close their shrine, they put everything in box to bring to the center. Because they get married and their significant one doesn't like.
Because they get married.
Yeah.
Because the spouse doesn't like.
Yeah. They couldn't practice continually. That has become an obstacle.
Yes.
Maybe it's in your life that is one of the best things happening when you get married. But that best thing is become a biggest obstacle to your practice. Make sense? So I'm not saying every marriage is an obstacle. Okay.
When that happened to me, I got my divorce.
Yeah. So you get out of from that obstacles. Yes.
I mean, I'm serious. When that happened to me, I got my divorce.
Yeah. But some people, you know, they just other way.
Right.
Yeah.
And I've seen that happen with practitioners.
Yeah. I received a mini box at the TMC.
Yeah. Here. Well, not here.
Yeah. So this is happen as I believe it's a Mara's obstacles.
Yeah.
Mara sent you beautiful, attractive one. Said, okay, decide this way.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you have a really supportive spouse, that means that they are Dharma protector. They really protecting you. They really supporting you. You're a lucky one. You know, all the Buddha and Bodhisattva come to support your support.
I mean, it may sound funny, but I do get that feeling, right? When I see a person and like there is some kind of an interaction and maybe some kind of interest. But then by looking at them, oftentimes I say, you know what? We are going to have a problem here because that's not what you want. Yeah. That's not you. I mean, I don't think you really will be going my way. I'm beginning to, and now I'm seeing that, and sometimes it's just internal. I say, you know what, man, you're really cool, you're great, but you know, I don't think you will really want to go my way. Yeah.
That's called not fooled by the look.
Some
people fooled by the look. They mesmerize. So wow, they forget everything. Point is the Mara is come so many ways. So we need to visualizing will of protection through the Dharma.
Will of protection.
Yeah.
The will of, okay.
Yeah. So that way I said, from the entire of the protection mandala. Protection mandala is this one, like Vajra tent. Ground is a Vajra. Vajra wall, Vajra canopy. And that is completely sealed with a weapon, sharp weapon.
Yeah.
Okay, not just only Vajra like this. All kind of weapon, completely seal the wall. Like become like tent, you know, like waterproof tent, basically. Then surrounded outside of that is a water fire. So that is it. Then said that there rise the lotus sun disk, and above is a dark blue home. So if you want to be elegant, so you visualizing the palace of the Mahakala. Palace of the Mahakala is a little bit ugly one. built by all the human corpse body and all the blood outside. So there's some, because it's wrathful, you have to manifest something like that. So I don't want to go to too detail on that. Otherwise, you will never think about the Mahakala. so sometimes it's too much. It's a little bit difficult. But and the top of the Mahakala palace is called the wish-fulfilling jewel, a radiating light. From the wish-fulfilling jewel, radiate light the 10 directions to the offering all the Buddha and Bodhisattva. Then the light return, you know, and when light return and become blessing of all the Buddha and Bodhisattva, it dissolve to your consciousness, the light. You are already inside the mandala, and it dissolve to your consciousness. Then your consciousness is become Hum, black color, Hum syllable. That is how visualizing.
Khenpo, one more time, sorry. So from the out of that emptiness, from the center of a protection mandala, where there is this Mahakala's palace.
Yeah, it's not here, but you have to visualize in the palace. Inside the mandala.
Inside the mandala, there is this palace, and then the
top of the palace, there's a jewel.
Okay, and the top of the palace there is a jewel, and from it light.
Jewel radiate the light for the 10 directions to the offering all the Buddha and Bodhisattvas, and that then return the light with the blessings. Then light is dissolved to your consciousness, and that your consciousness become Hum syllable.
From the jewel, light radiates to all Buddhas and Bodhisattvas, and when the light returns, it returns into our consciousness, and our consciousness becomes the blue Hum.
Yeah. Then Hum also transform into the hook knife, the Mahakala's hand implement, hook knife. You know, and hook knife. If you look at picture of the deities, male hook knife and female hook knife is a little bit different. Male hook knife is a corp, is much sharper, bigger sharp. Female hook knife is less sharp. Yeah, you see the hook knife have like this round one, yeah? Male one is a much longer, round. Yeah, female is shorter. Like Vajrayogini's hook knife is not really sharp like that round. But the Mahakala is a male, so it's a hook knife is much longer. That kind of sharp, long one. You know what is hook knife? Yeah.
It's like a sieve.
Cutter.
Yeah. It's a knife with a hook.
Side.
Okay. So then arising the glorious dark blue Yishigombo, Mahakala. So that hook knife become Mahakala. His mouth expressing the anger is wide open with exposing teeth and tongue. Protruding. Yeah, like kind of like
sticking out.
Yeah.
Sticking out.
Yeah. Sticking out. And his 3 eyes bleeds like the fire in the end of the kalpa. His hair, eyeball, and beards are bristle. This means the kind of
the hair stick up.
Like kind of fire stick out. Yeah. This is a kind of form of wrathful. So you know what is the end of the kalpa? Fire?
Mm-hmm.
Huh?
Fire at the end of the eon.
At the end of the time.
Destroys the entire universe.
Yeah. So how hard it is said normal wood fire is a 7 times is become equal to the sandalwood fire. Sandalwood fire is 7 times is become end of the kalpas fire. So which is is like a you know 7 times 7 is
49.
49 times hotter than normal our stove fire.
Wow.
So it's because when that fire rays, it's everything melt. the ground, water, ocean, everything melt like a butter lamp. Nothing remained. Everything destroyed, burned out. Nothing remained. Yes?
So when I get the image there of the atomic bomb, and him arising inside of it.
Yeah. Not atomic bomb. It's kind of like blazing fire. He's in the middle of that blazing fire.
Yeah.
The volcano is that hot.
To melt the stone to magma. Yeah, that's right. That's very hot.
Hotter than volcano.
Yeah.
Because it not remain anything. There's a planet, nothing is left.
Everything is vaporized.
Yeah, everything is melted and burned out. Nothing left. So that kind of heat. So basically it's the same one. It's a really, really heat one. Hard one. He's okay. This one is according to the, I think Rinpoche, one time he went to Sajja monastery and he had a vision of the direct vision of the Mahakala, of two-arm Mahakala. So that way his empowerment of the 50 collection of the empowerment, the Mahakala is a two-arm empowerment. So that way this one is said two-arm, but you can visualize as a four-arm because normally we do the four-arm Mahakala. Oh, that's a Vajrapani.
That's Vajrapani.
That's a Vajrapani.
It's Vajrapani. That's Vajrapani too.
Yeah. You have a Mahakala picture.
He's in the card.
That is a two-arm one.
Yeah.
That's a two-arm one.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have a four-arm one. Okay. So his right hand is holding the tiku. Is a blazing tiku. And that tiku is a kind of stewing his blood skull cup and eating with that. Basically, so he's holding the skull cup in the left hand, right hand is holding the tiku in the right hand like this. It's kind of stewing that, like we spoon. Yes,
stirring.
We doing spoon. Soup with a spoon, similar like that with the tiku, you see, and feeding to his arm. Okay. Then second right hand is he's holding the wisdom sword.
Sword?
Yeah, sword. And second left hand is he's holding the katanga, three-pointed. So that is I think four-arm one is that one. But two-arm one is his right hand is hold the Vajra chopper. His left hand is a blood filled with a human skull. And his necklet is a freshly served human head. His arm and leg are ornamented with the 8 type of serpent naga. So there's have a naga during the Buddhist time. We have a kind of like a 8 naga king. You heard this one. Yeah. So I think that time they count as a 8 type of naga. 8 class of naga. Yeah. So I mean they have their own type, their own family. So there's 8 type of naga. So that way in the meaning Buddhist Sutra, and also they are actually disciple of the Buddha. They make promise to the Buddha. Yes.
In the old days, did people donate their skulls to have a real skull cup to use?
Yeah.
That seemed like that would be a good offering. Can we do that now?
I mean, if you're allowed, yes, you can do.
We could figure out how to do it.
Because I have my mom's skull cup.
Really?
Yeah,
wow.
in home, not here. My uncle want to keep. Because we do the, chena ground, feed to the bird. Yeah. So for us, easy to cut the skull cup. After the bird eating the flesh, then you can cut the skull cup.
To me, that's a wonderful offering at the end to offer your body like that.
This country would have to jump through some more legal hoops, I think.
Yeah,
it's very difficult in this country to do sky burial.
Yeah, here I think a little bit difficult. I don't know.
For legal reasons.
And it will not be very hygienic from the point of view.
Right, that's why puppy.
Well, you could cut their head off and then...
Rest is a burnout, yeah.
Oh boy! I don't know what happened.
You know, and then have them cremated and nobody would know, and then you can do your skull taking.
People get in trouble with body parts.
But nobody would tell.
Yeah, that's right.
Nobody could tell.
Well, Funny did a beautiful job with the glass cupola. That's also a nice material.
No, this is what happened as a, they live in the China ground. Okay, those Radful and Lhasa Yogi, they live in the China ground. Why they live in the China ground is when China ground, especially in India, they don't do anything with the body, just hide with a tree, live there. So they perform the Ganachakra offering because they are powerful enough to can transform the dead body to the feast offering. That way we have a 5 meat.
Yeah.
You know, it's one as a human flesh.
Right.
They have a wisdom enough to they can transform that as a edible food.
Right.
We cannot. So that way they live there. That way there's a skull cup is easy to find for them. So that they use that as a cup. So that's that reason Radful as a symbol of why they call holding the skull cup is because they don't have anyone making them cup, but easy to find the cup. The same Lhasa Yogi, they drinking a beer in the skull cup because most of them stay in the channel ground. Why they stay in the channel ground is easy to find the food. Traditionally, people bring to the food for the dead one to the channel ground. So that's an easy way to find. So most of a practitioner, they leave a place that is easy to find the food. So China ground is one of those places. Not same as a now.
So if someone likes going to cemeteries where did they used to hang out in the charnel grounds in the previous life?
I don't know, that may be possible.
Well, there's specific practices you can do in cemeteries here. I've done it. It's the truth.
Yeah, here cemetery is next to the family house, so no problem. Most of cemetery is next to the house.
There's no bodies left.
Yeah, it's again nothing left. I mean, it's just beautiful stone, decorated. Actually looks nice.
Do Nagoris still exist?
Huh?
Nagori
mean?
Nagori sect. You never heard about them? No, never mind.
What is that?
A sect in India that practice on cemeteries.
I don't know. I think old time in India, I think they do cemetery because we see the Thanga, all the Mahasiddha, they live in the cemetery and the dead body is kind of hanging there. So a lot of them, I see that one. But I don't think so in India now people do that one. I think in India, the majority is do the cremation and all the Muslim bury. Yeah. So all the Hindu, they cremate.
Our glass skull cup was cast from a skull. It's from the Gerchen Institute skull.
Then it's become a big problem in India because some Hindu yogi also, they use the skull cup now and they dig the cemetery legally. Yeah, so I don't know. I mean, the Buddha always said you have to follow to the law.
Right.
Yeah, it's not good to try to do something.
Of your country.
Yeah, because if you cannot follow to the law, then it's not good for practice. Because if you want to be good practitioner, you have to be good citizen. Because if you cannot be good human being, you have no chance to become a good practitioner.
But did Buddha himself, he didn't do such extreme practices?
No, never done.
No.
So he reached enlightenment without such extremes.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Lots of people think that Vajrayana bring them to quick path. Actually, Sudra too can bring quick path. Avalokiteshvara, when he was a first Bhumi Bodhisattva, he received this great compassion mantra from the Tathagata drum sound. When he recited that mantra, he became 8 Bhumi from the first Bhumi too. So he had a really quick path through the Sudra, through the compassion.
Wow.
I think when it comes to the purification of the negative, compassion is more powerful than really powerful mantra. Really, I think compassion there can eliminate any kind of negative from compassion. Lord Jesus Sungun, he not become, free from the leprosy disease and enlightenment by meditating just Mahamudra. Actually, he from the disease and the purification of his negative karma by meditating on the compassion. Make sense? So when he caught really bad disease, this, and he feel like he thought, I'm the, no point to me to stay in the cave here, because then my body people will find, and they get disease too. So I won't go to somewhere that nobody can find my body to die there. So before he leaving, he wanted to do prostration to his deity of the Avalokiteshvara. There's, I think, image. So when he tried to do prostration, because his body was so weak, he fell down, and his head hit to the rock in the front. And he was just lay down there. He was thinking. First, he's thinking about his misery. His misery. Then he's thinking this way: I'm so miserable. This kind of disease. I'm this kind of weak. Nobody is here. But then second thought is, no matter what now, I still have a great fortune that I met with the Guru as a truly Buddha, and I received his instruction that is completely liberated me. Even I'm died today, I have no worry. But in the samsara, how many sentient beings suffering like this way, and they never get chance to meet with a guru like I did. So then he was thinking those sentient beings, and he cry whole day in one position. How he fall down in that position to hold the cry, and all the rock become a wet with tears. Then end of the day, his disease is gone, and he feel like leaving snake, frog, everything from his body. The morning we wake up, he's free from that disease. So he's totally purifying from the sickness, and it's from the compassion. So there's I think, more powerful than compassion. Asanga meditated 12 years in the retreat, not purifying his negative, reduce a little bit. But when he had sincere compassion, the dog, and all the negative eliminated completely, and he saw the Nidriya in front of him. So actually, when it comes to the purification and the power of the spiritual path, as one of the most powerful is the compassion. I believe that.
But Mahakala didn't have such an extreme moment when he himself met with suffering, when he himself experienced suffering. How did he develop compassion?
All Bodhisattva, they develop compassion because not just only themselves suffering, but we are live in the midst of the suffering. Suffering is everywhere. Doesn't matter where you live, which society you live. If you observe, everywhere is a suffering. Truth is for me, I see, I have a more compassion toward to the other, after I moved to US. I never sensed of that much suffering when I was in the East, in the monastery, the other suffering. Now I see people, how they hard work, and how they try to pay the bill. Every time they're struggling, I really sense compassion toward to those people. I never had that kind of feeling when I was in the monastery. So it's a compassion. It's not because you only see the misery. You see, there are so many circumstances make you compassion. If you observe them, I feel so sad. Some people when I see them, because they are just struggling every month. Even they have a job, it's not enough to pay a bill. In this country. So if you go to other country, if you observe in the society, then you can see more than that. But when I was back there, I'm not in the society. I'm mostly in the monastery. But now here, I'm mostly in the society, not in the monastery. So I can see that.
So that way, if you really carefully check, then everywhere make you compassion. Suffering is everywhere. Rich people have their own big problem. Poor people have their own big problem. It's not necessarily their same problem. So suffering is everywhere. So I don't know what kind of what is his main motivation, but yes, he did that.
So Khenpo, when you, for example, you were seeing that homeless camp, right? The camp of homeless people. What kind of wish are you making for these people? What kind of wish do you make for homeless people when you're seeing them? Say, on my way from work, I walk by the place where homeless people hang out, and every single day, and as you say, well, I have to pay the bills I have to support my family, even I can't be giving them money, and that my money I don't have that money. What kind of wish do you make for those people?
Actually, I have a less compassion toward the homeless than people who are struggling. I think homeless are pretty good in this country. You know, they have good food. I blame, we are side-tracking, but I believe the system is a problem, not the homeless. If you not change the system, the homeless is not going to finish. Like school system, military system, I think they're making homeless.
School system?
Doctor. Gandhi said doctor is one of the worst one. I think that's true. Because doctor always choose the easy way to deal. Immediately give the prescription pill.
That's not what they need.
Every single problem, huh?
Yeah, that's not what they need.
Every single problem, they give the prescription. In the military and in the school. And in a normal one also. Lots of people, they don't need those prescriptions. They just need attention. They need the support, moral support. It's just an easy way to just take the medication. They need a vacation.
Permanently.
Yeah. So I think I think the system is a problem. Can you see my point?
Yes.
So that way, yes, of course, I wish there's no homeless. But then on another hand, lots of homeless make pretty good money also.
They are very dirty. Many of them are very, very sick.
Yeah, I know.
Many of them are permanently drunk or in this.
Yeah. So that way, I'm saying is the system create.
Yeah, and mental illness.
Yeah. That's mainly mental illness. That is the one.
Yeah, mental illness. A lot of them are also food. I believe that one.
Food?
Yeah, especially meat.
What? I'm excuse. Would you repeat that, please?
Mental illness. A lot of them come from the food.
Why
especially meat? Because of food, but particularly meat. The animal is really sick. They have lots of stress. Animal. Farm. So that they die with that disease. That disease is gone on their meat, and when we eat, we got that.
So we consume all the stress hormones that are stuck in
I believe that
the animal experiences, plus all the antibiotics that have been fed.
We are raised inhumanely.
Yeah. So they like some country they call the happy meat.
It's
because
horrible.
they raise with a happy environment. Really?
Yeah.
You can sense sometimes certain meat when you eat, it makes you tomorrow morning when you wake up, you're really sad. No reason. You feel so sad. You can feel that way. I think that one. Because I grew up place that's really poor, extremely poor, the area. But I never seen that many people who have a mentally challenged like that. Stress, whatever, mental disease. So, okay, sorry. So now we go back to the Mahakala. I'm sorry.
So he said, oh, okay. His body is short and fat. Something. With the protruding belly. Like, oh, okay. I can see through the glass, what called the mirror. Drop of the blood come from his snarling mouth, and he wear the tiger skin on his lower body and sit on the human body, which represented the opponent of the Dharma. So the tiger skin is an ancient culture. Ancient culture. When you have a bravery. That you can your bare hand you can kill the tiger, then you have that you know you have the sign of bravery. You can wear the skin. So this I think in ancient time I just have to do something that's your personality, you know. So that way people wearing that one is.
And that's definitely Indian culture, right? Because that's
in Tibet too.
Tiger
In Tibet too.
Tigers?
No, it doesn't matter the tiger or whatever animals, you know. So in Tibet, if you look at Tibetan old history, the tiger or lion skin is a symbol of a bravery, and the fox skin head is a symbol of a cow.
Oh, because they're little. Because they're little animals.
Fox is really
tiny.
Scary.
And then Navajo, they have a spirit called it Chi'indi. Chi'indi is like wears an animal skin over him and walks at night.
Oh.
And he causes problems for people.
Mischief maker.
But he's a living being that can be shot, but very, very, very difficult to get. And so it's a solid body, but they can't find it.
Really?
They
kind
can
of
see
spirit?
it, but they can't kill it.
It's kind of spirit?
Yeah, it's Chi'indi. Any Navajo will tell you about it.
Wow.
Maybe I shouldn't even have said that.
Online.
Okay, now you purify that, my speech, huh?
In his heart and the sun disk. So this is the visualization of it. Now it's a recitation mantra. Sun disk, there's a dark blue home. So this dark blue home, as I always say, as a representative of your consciousness, the syllable home. And that syllable is a color of the deity's appearance. Like for example, when come to the white Tara, Tam is white.
Right.
When the green Tara, Tam is green. When the red Tara, Tam is red. So they change the syllable color as an appearance of the deity. So here's dark blue because that is a Mahakala's color. It's circled by the mantra from which light ray emanate, make the offering to all the Buddha and Bodhisattva. So you have to visualize it as from the mantra radiate the 10 direction light. Okay, each light have a goddess. You can, also each light have a goddess, offering goddess. From each offering goddess from the heart radiate the 10 direction light. So that is how multiplied to light is a 10 direction, completely filled with the space. And each top of the light have an offering object. So then offering to all the Buddha and Bodhisattva. Through that to accumulate the merit and receive the blessings. That is called your own personal benefit. Okay, self-benefit by this one. Then a ray of emanate make the offering to all the Buddha and Bodhisattvas, gather their blessings. Light ray of emanate the purifying the beings of the all karmic veils. So this is called the benefit for other sentient beings. Again, radiate the light from the mantra, and that light, or sentient being in the 6th class, they deserve to the hell beings, held free from the heat and cold. they dissolve to all the animals. Animal free from the what called stupidities, and dissolve to all the hungry ghosts, free from the hunger and thirst, and free from the demigod, and free you're free from the jealousy, and free dissolve to the God realm, free from the fears of reborn in the lower realm, and pride, and dissolve to the human beings, free from 8 great sufferings. So when they free from that one, and all of them become the deity. In here's Mahakala. Everyone reach to the, after the purification, reach the state of the Mahakala and surround you with them, the form of a Mahakala. And this is today we talk about the Mahakala that way, form of a Mahakala. And any deity you can apply that way. If you practice in Tara, every 6th class sentient being become a Tara. Then when you recite in the mantra of the Tara, every one of them reside with you.
So then they all of beings from the 6 classes, they also get the form of the Mahakala.
Yeah.
And then like we're surrounded by them, and they are
reciting. Yeah. So all it's like a big open place. Everyone is there together. Being kami veils and lead them to be ring of the Buddhahood. Their ray return and absorb into the mantra chain and cycle the seed syllables. So then seed syllable is a hum, and a mantra is here. Om Mahakala hum hum pe. This is the essence Mahakala. Then when you recite the mantra here said, recite the mantra without the 6 defeated of the recitation, which full concentration and the mantra. The when you recite what is a full concentration goes is now your full concentration go with the seed syllable. You have to, if you don't remember the deity's body, it just vividly remember is enough. But your concentration, full concentration, go to the seed syllable. And the seed syllable must be really fine. Really fine. Not like they say is when hair split 100 times and draw by that one. More fine you visualizing become helpful for stabilizing your mind. Okay. Then when you recite in the mantra with a 6 defeat, 6 defeat? Defect. 6 falls. You know what the 6 falls? I'm sure you heard the 6 falls.
Being lazy is one.
Distracted.
I know that one. Jealousy?
No. Not those. Okay, so 6 defeat or 6 falls. You cannot recite the mantra too fast.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because if you recite the mantra too fast, you will miss the syllable. Lots of Tibetan do. You're missing the syllable. You're not saying complete. So you cannot recite it too fast. That's one. Second one is too slow.
Too slow.
Because when you recite too slow, you never finish the number. So those two are both false. And too loud. Because when you recite the too loud, it harmed spirit. For them, as yesterday I mentioned, for them, when they hear the mantra, it's like a sharp weapon, pointing, cutting their body. They can feel that way. Because they don't have a physical body, they have a mental body. So when somebody said you harsh word, it will hurt your heart, yeah? We Tibetans said, word have no sharpness, but peace the other's mind. It hurt. So same things, they feel, same way they hurt that way when you recite the mantra, the evil spirit.
So not too loud. And not too quiet, because when you recite too quiet, sound of a mantra not come out. Even the mentally visualizing, mentally recitation, they don't have to say a word, but have to come sound. Even you're not saying word in the mind, you're reciting or Mahakala, so have to clearly sound have to come. So because if you say too quiet, sound will not, missing the sound, so not complete. So there's 4. And fifth one said, don't recite the too, harsh, too strong, because it's not good for your health. It damages your health.
Okay, how do you do that? How do you not do that?
Too harsh, like those rock singers.
Intensely?
Yeah.
Intensity.
Too harsh. Too strong, too harsh. Strong, right? Yeah. Okay. It's not good for your health.
Okay.
And if you too soft.
Too soft.
And also it's not good because it not bring the energy of the mantra. So that way, not too fast, not too slow, not too loud, not too quiet, not too strong, not too soft. So this is called the 6 falls.
Okay.
So you have to recite without those 6 falls.
The Goldilocks recitation.
Thank you.
Thank
you for that.
Goldilocks?
Goldilocks. Yeah.
Not too hot, not too cold, not too soft, not too hard. It's the story of Goldilocks with the 3 bears.
Do you know the story of Goldilocks and the 3 bears?
We'll tell it later.
Later.
Yeah, okay.
We have 4
lunchtime. Okay, so we stop here. It's the noon. Thank you.
Oh, mani padme hori. 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 Gewadinya Juda Chenere Zigawang Jung Yurne Drowa Chikyang Malupa Dei Salagopasho.
Okay, here in the Facebook one said, why we need to know everything about the mandala. Only the student that still hold on to Christianity would not want to learn. I do. I don't know what this person is saying. And next one said, he's not wrong. Don't react it. Not what they say is not in justification or not improving. So I don't know.
I don't know.
Two people they arguing on the Facebook. Based on my teaching, I think. So I'm sorry, I don't understand what you're saying.
They're debating.
They're debating. Thank you, Khenpo.